Welcome to Your Key in 3. Just one question, because that's all we have time for. So, I picked a really good question for today. The question that came in was, should we expand into a new product area and create something new, or should we improve or redevelop what we are currently working on, our current product that we're marketing? And that is an excellent question. The reason I say that is just about everybody, whether you are in a manufacturing business, whether you're in a retail business, or whether you're a service business, we all end up with this question. What are we going to do? Do we want to improve and expand what we're doing, or do we want to create something new? Well, there are basically about three questions, three pieces that we need to look at to be able to make this analysis and make the decision. We first need to look at what is the current market, what does the market look like, and what do our customers want? And there's a lot that goes into that. That's not a little question. That's a big question. We need to look at the current market conditions. What's going on? What is happening? Is the market trending to slow down in the area that we're looking at? Are they expanding? What does the economy look like? What all is going on? We need to look at all of that, and we need to be able to say, okay, is this going to help us or is it going to hurt us? Which way do we want to go, and what do we want to be doing? Then we need to look at what does our customer want and what does our customer need. And those are two very, very different questions. The wants, a lot of times customers are going to want something, but can they afford it? Do they really need it? If they don't need it, if times get tough, they'll be able to step aside and say, yeah, not today. Yeah, maybe not this year, maybe not next year, maybe never. We'll just sort of wait on that. And if that's the situation, it's not something you want to get into. And the last piece in the market analysis that we need to look at is, what are our competitors doing? Is there competition out there? Are they expanding into a new area? If so, what area is it that they're looking at? Where are they expanding? What are they doing? What are they offering? Is that something new that is going to make it more difficult for us to compete with them? Or is it just something totally new that they're expanding so that they can add another piece to their pie? Or another piece to the smorgasbord, more appropriately. We need to look at, what is this doing? Is there demand? What's the demand? What are people asking for? And is this going to help, or is it going to hurt what we're currently doing? The way that we're going to make this decision, we can't just sit there and ask the question. We have to do the work to come up with the answer. The first thing we need to do is do a complete, thorough market analysis. Figure out what the research tells us, what's going on, what is happening. Identify any gaps that there may be out there in the market. Can we fill that gap? Can we put something in there and make it happen, make it better? Or, what's trending? What are the emerging trends? What's going on? Is there something new coming out? Are we getting into another scenario where we're bringing in AI to do everything? Or is that something that we even need to be thinking about? What's going on? What's going to happen? And then what does our customer want? And that's one of the bigger questions. What does our customer want? What are they looking for? And how do we find that out? We ask them. The second thing that we do there is we go to the customer. We go to our current customers. We ask them, how happy are you? What are you looking at? What do you want? Is there something that you're particularly wanting us to be able to offer you? Or can we improve what we're currently doing for you? What is it that you, our customer, is looking for? How can we make your life better? Because by making their lives better, they make our lives better, because they'll buy more. They'll keep working with us. And the other thing that we need to look at is we need to look at if we are enhancing our existing product, how is that going to affect our customer? Is it going to fill their need? Is it something that they could want or would want? Or is it just something that is going to make us feel good because we brought something new in here? We need to look at what is going on and that want versus need. You hear me talk about it all the time because we want all kinds of things. But do we really need them? And it's easy to pull back on the things that you don't need that you just want. So that becomes the answer, and that becomes what we're looking for. The next thing we need to look at are what are our resources and how feasible is this to do. We need to look at money. We need to look at the financials. We need to look at the human needs. How many people do we have? Do we have people that are capable of creating this new or developing this new or working with this new idea or product? Or do we have somebody that is available that can expand what we're doing, or do we need to go hire somebody new to do all of these things? And then if we need to hire somebody new, do we have the money to do that? And if we don't have the money to do that, nothing's going to work because it's not going to help us. And is the improvement of our product going to give our customers what they're looking for? So we've got to go back to looking at, okay, what are our resources? How much money do we have? What's it going to cost? Okay, we've got this cost. It's going to cost this much to create a new product. It's going to take these brains, this brawn, this brain, this people skills to be able to create that new product. And it's going to cost this to expand and redevelop our current product. And it's going to cost us what? What do we need? Do we need new equipment? Do we need a new line in our manufacturing facility? Do we need to, is our facility even big enough to handle this expansion? What do we need? What's going to be needed there? And when we look at all the different pieces, we then are able to come up with, okay, which way is going to work? Which is going to be better for us? And the middle piece that we've got to look at is always cost. What's it going to cost us? What is the risk that is involved with everything? And how much time? Cost and time are the two main pieces on everything. But then that risk comes in there, and we have to look at what's going on. Is this going to be of benefit? Is it going to be too much risk? Are we going to lose the position that we've already got established in this wonderful market? Is it helping us, or is it going to hurt us? And then you can decide okay, we're going to need to look at what's our return going to be. This is what our investment's going to be, whether we go with A or whether we go with B, whether we go with new, whether we go with our existent. And then what is that return on investment going to be? That becomes the bottom line, the big key. I always tell people, all decisions in business are made around finance. It's always the return on investment becomes the bottom line. That's the major key for everything that we decide that we are going to do, because there's always going to be a plus and a minus. And you have got to determine what are the probabilities, what's the possibility, what's it going to cost us, are we going to be able to sell what we create, are we going to be able to manufacture what we are creating, what are we doing, what are we going to be looking at. And the last piece that we look at, to me, is always the most important piece. Strategic alignment and our long-term goals. If this, what we're looking at, does not match or blend into our long-term goals, it doesn't make any difference. If it's going to kill what we are attempting to do, whether that long-term goal is something that you're looking for legacy or something that you're looking for creating and occupying the market, if it is something that you're looking for in making more income, more profits, if it doesn't fit with that, it's no good. It's of no value. So we need to first assess what we are doing, and where is it going to fit into the total company strategy of what we are wanting to be and do. To be, do, and have. That's always my question. What do you want to be, do, and have? And that's one of the most important questions that every business has to look at. You've got to consider, you've got to take the time and look at how is this going to affect our brand. We've spent a lot of time creating this brand, making this brand what it is. And if we do something that shoots a big hole in the middle of that brand, we now have air flowing through there, or water flowing through there, or a combination of both, and it's going to sink the ship. Or it's going to blow us away, and we're going to be left in the dust. Does it fit within what you are wanting as a business owner? As the owner of this business, is this in your best interest? What are your goals? Are you looking to make your business something that is going to keep your employees employed for the next 100 years? No, they're not going to live to be 100, but their generations after them will, and other people will. Is this something that you want to be going on? Is that the legacy that you want? Or is it something that you're wanting to be able to do for your family? Or is it something that you are just looking at, and where is everything fitting? How does it fit into this scenario? We've got to figure all these pieces, and then we always have to, once we look at the brand, we now have to look at our customers. How are customers going to react? Are they going to be responding positively? They're going to react and run away and go to our competitor. We've built up a lot of connection with our customers. That connection is a very important thing. You want them to want to work with you. If you have built that connection, they'll buy from you no matter what. And you don't want to do anything that is going to destroy that. Because when you do, everything goes right down the tubes. And that's not what we want to have happen. So you need to make sure that it is fitting in with all the plans that you have, and make sure that what you are doing does not sink your ship, does not get you blown away. And then the last thing that we need to do, we need to prioritize all of our options based on the long-term sustainability and competitive advantage. When we get there, we've now got answers. You can do something with that. You can make a decision. If you have any other questions, you want any more assistance from me, you know you can always find me. You can always get to me at JoyF360, JoyF as in Francis, 360.com. You can go there. You can look around. You'll have my book coming up. I'm taking reservations for my book that is just about complete. We're just getting ready to send it to the editors for another review on it. And then you can just click off that. You can schedule an appointment to connect with me, or you can send me a message, or you can connect with me on any of my social medias. I'm there. I'm around. I'm available. And I'm looking forward to helping you, continuing to help you, continuing to support you, because that's what we do. We are here to support all of our customers, all of our clients, and all of you that are looking for help. Thanks for joining us.